As we age past 65, our bones begin to weaken quietly, year after year. For many seniors, this leads to painful fractures, reduced mobility, and a lower quality of life. In fact, studies show that 1 in 2 women and 1 in 4 men over the age of 50 will suffer a broken bone caused by osteoporosis. And it does not happen all at once. It starts with small changes, such as feeling weaker, losing height, or even developing a hunched posture. But here's the good news. Certain everyday foods and drinks, when included regularly in your diet, can actually help rebuild bone tissue, strengthen your skeletal structure, and support better balance and posture as you get older. You do not need expensive supplements, difficult exercises, or miracle pills. What you do need is the right kind of nutrition, the kind that feeds your bones from the inside out. A long-term observational study from the United States found that older adults with higher intakes of calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium had a 33% lower risk of bone fractures. In this video, we are going to show you 8 delicious and simple foods and drinks that support aging bones naturally. Let us take a look at the very best options for your bones, starting from number 8. Number 8. Mineral water, high in silicon. Most people think of calcium when they hear strong bones, but silicon is a forgotten hero in bone health. Silicon helps form collagen in your bone matrix, which is essential for flexibility, strength, and proper mineralization. And unlike supplements, the silicon found in certain types of natural mineral water is easily absorbed by the body. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher dietary intake of silicon was linked to greater bone mineral density in both men and women over the age of 60. In fact, participants with the highest silicon intake had bones that were on average 10% denser than those with the lowest intake. This is particularly important for seniors because as we age, our natural ability to maintain bone density declines significantly, especially after menopause or age 70. Look for mineral waters labeled as high in silica or with orthosilicic acid. These include certain European and volcanic spring waters, which often contain 10 to 25 milligrams of bioavailable silicon per liter. That is a simple daily habit you can start without changing your entire routine. Just 1 glass with a meal or medication can help support your bones in a safe and natural way. Best of all, mineral water with silicon also supports healthy skin, hair, and joints. So while you're drinking it for your bones, your whole body benefits too. For seniors who struggle to remember supplements or avoid pills altogether, this is one of the easiest ways to give your bones the building blocks they need. You can find high silicon mineral waters in most health food stores, some pharmacies, or online. Try replacing 1 glass of regular tap water each day with a silicon-rich mineral water, especially at breakfast or lunch. Many seniors also enjoy it chilled with a splash of lemon for flavor. Let us now move on to number 7, which is a nutrient-rich snack that many older adults overlook, even though it has been proven to slow bone loss. Number 7. Almond milk, fortified. If you have trouble digesting dairy or simply preferred plant-based options, fortified almond milk can be an excellent choice for stronger bones. It contains added calcium and vitamin D, the 2 most essential nutrients for bone strength, and also delivers magnesium, which helps your body absorb calcium properly and supports bone density in older adults. In fact, just 1 cup of fortified almond milk can provide up to 45% of your daily calcium needs, making it one of the most efficient non-dairy sources available. A 2022 report from the National Institutes of Health found that seniors who regularly consumed fortified non-dairy beverages like almond milk had a 20 to 27% lower risk of hip fractures, especially when combined with good dietary habits and light exercise. This makes almond milk a powerful and easy-to-use addition to any senior's diet, especially for those avoiding cow's milk due to allergies or stomach upset. When choosing almond milk, always check the label for fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Some brands also include added B vitamins or even plant protein. Avoid sweetened versions, which may contain added sugars. Go for the unsweetened, plain, or vanilla flavor. Many grocery stores carry these options in the refrigerated section or in shelf-stable cartons. To add almond milk to your daily routine, try pouring it over oatmeal in the morning, blending it into a smoothie, or drinking a small glass alongside a calcium-rich snack like almonds or figs. Some seniors even use it as a base for soups, sauces, or tea lattes. Because almond milk is light and mildly sweet, it's easy to add to almost any meal without changing the flavor too much. Now, let us take a look at number 6, a warm, hearty dish that delivers not just comfort, but serious support for aging bones.
Number 6. Black bean soup. Black beans are one of the most underrated foods when it comes to bone health. They are packed with magnesium, plant-based protein, and fiber, all essential nutrients for maintaining bone density as you age. Magnesium, in particular, plays a crucial role in bone structure, helping regulate calcium levels and promoting the production of bone-building cells. 1 cup of cooked black beans contains around 120 milligrams of magnesium, which is nearly 1/3 of the daily requirement for older adults. A 2019 analysis published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors with higher magnesium intake had up to 22% greater bone mineral density in the hip and spine compared to those with low intake. What makes black beans so special is that they also provide iron, phosphorus, and zinc, all of which support the growth and repair of bone tissue. When buying black beans, you can choose between dried or canned options. Canned black beans are more convenient, but be sure to rinse them thoroughly to reduce excess sodium. Look for low sodium or no salt added versions if possible. If you prefer dried beans, soak them overnight and cook until tender, which usually takes about 1.5 to 2 hours. To prepare black bean soup, start by sautéing garlic, onion, and celery in olive oil. Then add the beans, vegetable broth, and your favorite spices like cumin or paprika. Simmer for 30 to 40 minutes until the flavors come together. You can enjoy it as a main dish or pair it with a whole grain like brown rice or quinoa for a more filling meal. This hearty soup is not only comforting and easy to digest, but it is also a smart and budget-friendly way to support your bones naturally. And now, let us move on to number 5, a creamy green favorite with powerful bone-building vitamins. Number 5. Kale smoothie. Kale is often called a superfood, and when it comes to your bones, it truly lives up to that name. It is rich in vitamin K1, calcium, and antioxidants, all of which help support bone density and protect against age-related weakening. Just 1 cup of raw kale contains more than 500 micrograms of vitamin K1, which is over 400% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. This nutrient is essential for activating proteins that bind calcium to the bone matrix, making your bones stronger and less likely to fracture. In fact, a population study from Australia found that older adults with higher vitamin K1 levels in their blood had a 25% lower risk of hip fractures. Kale also offers a plant-based source of calcium and magnesium, both necessary for healthy bone remodeling. And unlike some leafy greens, kale is low in oxalates, meaning your body can absorb its calcium more efficiently. To enjoy kale in a way that is tasty and easy on digestion, blend it into a smoothie. Choose baby kale leaves if you want a milder flavor, and combine them with fruits like banana, mango, or pineapple. Add a cup of almond milk or plain yogurt for creaminess and extra calcium. You can also include a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for added omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation. For those with sensitive stomachs, lightly steaming the kale before blending can make it easier to tolerate while still retaining most of its nutrients. You can prepare smoothie packs in advance by freezing chopped kale and fruits together, then blending with liquid when ready. Including a kale smoothie a few times per week is a simple way to boost your bone health. And now, let us take a look at number 4, a sweet and surprising dried fruit that does wonders for your hips and spine. Number 4, prune juice or whole prunes. Prunes may not look exciting, but they are one of the most scientifically backed foods for maintaining strong bones in older adults. Prunes are rich in antioxidants, potassium, vitamin K, and especially polyphenols, which help reduce bone breakdown and support bone formation. These nutrients protect bone tissue from the oxidative damage that becomes more common with age and slows down the loss of bone mineral density. A clinical trial published in 2022 found that eating just 5 to 6 prunes per day helped preserve hip bone mineral density in postmenopausal women over a 12-month period. The group that consumed prunes showed a 3.5% improvement in hip bone density compared to those who did not. Researchers believe this is due to prunes' unique ability to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which contribute to bone loss over time. If chewing dried prunes is not your favorite option, prune juice can be a gentle and effective alternative. Choose 100% prune juice with no added sugar or preservatives. A half cup per day can provide similar benefits, especially when consumed with a meal that includes protein or healthy fat, helping the body absorb nutrients more effectively. You can also chop prunes and mix them into oatmeal, yogurt, or cottage cheese for a simple snack. If you have dental concerns, soaking them in warm water before eating makes them softer and easier to chew. Whether you prefer whole prunes or juice, make this fruit a regular part of your weekly diet. It is a sweet, natural way to support your bones. And now, coming up at number 3, we will look at a popular canned fish that delivers a powerful dose of calcium and vitamin D in every serving. Number 3. Canned salmon with soft bones. Canned salmon, especially with its soft, edible bones still intact, is one of the most affordable and nutrient-rich ways to strengthen aging bones. It contains a potent combination of calcium, vitamin D, protein, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which are essential for maintaining bone density and preventing fractures as we grow older. Just one standard 3.75-ounce can of pink salmon with bones provides around 180 milligrams of calcium and nearly 300 international units of vitamin D. According to Harvard Health, regularly consuming fish like canned salmon is linked to better bone health and a reduced risk of osteoporosis. One long-term review found that older adults who eat fish at least twice a week may lower their risk of hip fractures by as much as 25%. The soft bones in canned salmon are completely safe to eat and are actually one of the most concentrated sources of dietary calcium. They crumble easily, especially when the salmon is mashed or cooked, making them perfect for those with sensitive teeth or dentures. You can use canned salmon in many different ways. Stir it into a warm grain bowl with cooked brown rice or quinoa, mix it with a little yogurt and mustard for a bone-healthy sandwich spread, or add it to vegetable soups for a protein-rich upgrade. It's shelf-stable, inexpensive, and easy to store, making it ideal for seniors living alone or those who prefer low-effort meals. When buying, look for wild salmon packed in water with bones included. Avoid heavily salted or flavored varieties which may contain added sodium that can work against bone health.
Now let us move on to number 2, which is not a leafy green or a fruit, but a superfood that offers a surprising amount of bone-strengthening nutrients, including calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. Number 2, canned sardines with bones. Canned sardines may be small, but they are one of the most concentrated natural sources of bone-supporting nutrients you can find in a single serving. These tiny fish are rich in calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and phosphorus, all of which work together to rebuild and maintain bone strength, especially in older adults. The key is eating sardines with the soft bones still inside, as those are where most of the calcium is stored. One 90-gram can of sardines provides around 350 milligrams of calcium, which is more than a quarter of the daily requirement for seniors. It also delivers over 250 international units of vitamin D, a critical nutrient that helps your body absorb calcium efficiently. A 2020 review published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults with diets high in fish like sardines had a 26% lower risk of hip fractures compared to those with low intake. In addition, sardines contain omega-3 fatty acids, which have been linked to reduced bone breakdown and improved bone density in aging populations. This makes sardines not only good for your bones, but also helpful for your joints and cardiovascular health. To get the full benefits, make sure to choose canned sardines packed in water or olive oil, not in sauces that are high in sodium or added sugars. Look for options labeled with bones or whole fish, as these will give you the highest calcium content. You can eat them straight out of the can, mash them into a spread with mustard and herbs, or mix them into a salad or cooked vegetables. For seniors who prefer warm meals, sardines can also be added to soups, stews, or served on toasted whole grain bread for a satisfying lunch. And now, let us move on to the number one bone rebuilding food, a traditional dish packed with essential nutrients. Number 1. Natto, fermented soybeans. Natto is a traditional Japanese dish made by fermenting whole soybeans, and it contains one of the highest known dietary sources of vitamin K2, especially in the form of menaquinone 7. Vitamin K2 helps activate proteins that transport calcium directly into your bones and teeth while keeping it away from your arteries and joints, where it could contribute to stiffness and calcification. In the well-known Japanese population-based osteoporosis study, women who ate natto regularly had between 20 and 30% slower bone loss in the hips and wrists than those who rarely ate it. These results were especially visible in women over the age of 65, showing just how effective natto can be when added to the diet during aging. Unlike vitamin K1, which is found mostly in leafy greens, vitamin K2 from natto is much more easily absorbed and stays active longer in your bloodstream. That means it has a stronger and more direct influence on bone remodeling and density. Natto also delivers probiotics, iron, magnesium, and a plant-based source of complete protein, which all support healthy muscles and connective tissue around your bones. Some studies have even suggested that eating fermented soy may lower fracture risk by improving bone turnover and mineralization. You can usually find natto in the refrigerated section of Asian grocery stores, packaged in small containers with seasoning packets like soy sauce or mustard. The texture is sticky and the flavor is strong, but many people quickly get used to it once they learn how powerful it is for their bones. Try mixing it with warm brown rice or adding it to a miso broth with tofu and green onions. Including natto just 2 or 3 times per week may provide real long-term benefits, especially for older adults worried about thinning bones or loss of height. If you are over 65, supporting your bone health through food is one of the smartest things you can do. We have covered 8 powerful choices, each backed by science and rich in the nutrients your body needs to protect and rebuild aging bones. From fermented soy like natto, packed with vitamin K2, to canned sardines and salmon with their calcium-rich bones. These options are both accessible and nutritious. Prune juice and kale offer natural support for bone density, while black beans, almond milk, and even certain types of mineral water provide key minerals like magnesium and silicon. Whether you enjoy them as drinks, smoothies, soups, or snacks, these foods can become regular parts of your diet with little effort. And, unlike supplements, they offer a variety of extra health benefits as well. Your bones are worth it, and your future mobility may depend on the choices you make today. Now it is your turn. Share your age, your location, and let us know which of these foods or drinks you are already using to support your bones. We read every single comment and try to respond to as many as we can. This channel is all about helping each other live better, longer, and with more strength. So be sure to leave your comment below and join the conversation. And if you found even one helpful tip today, consider subscribing to stay updated with the latest senior health advice.